Welcome back to the channel. So I'm back with another one. Today I'm just gonna do a quick update. I know it's been a while since I uploaded a video, so I'm gonna just do a quick update of some of the items that I got in. So I did finally get in the cam. I decided which cam. I did a BTR cam, Brian Tooley Racing. So I went with their Stage 2, cam. Came with I brought the whole kit, so it came with the cam, the springs, and the seals. So my goal is I'll be doing it myself. So I did get that. This right here is the camshaft retainer plate. And as well as, since I am doing it myself, I ordered the spring compression tool, the Comp Cam, made by Comp Cam. And that way I'll be able to get the springs off and seat these. This little tool here is a thing that Brian Tooley had, that you're able to seat the valve seals without having to hit it with the mallet or anything. It's pretty simple. You screw this in, then you stick a screwdriver and pushes this down. So once I do it, I'll be able to show you exactly what I'm talking about. But that's supposed to help, so I bought that. I also got in my PCM. So I got my PCM. This one is the blue-green. So blue-green. And I also got a pedal. So initially I was gonna go drive-by cable, but I decided to keep it the way it is, and I'm gonna go drive-by-wire. And to do drive-by-wire, you have to have a pedal. So I didn't get the pedal that came with the engine. So I just went on PSI and I ordered the new pedal. I ordered a new pedal, the tack module, and as well as the harness that goes from the pedal to the tack module, and then the wiring from the harness from the PCM goes into this side. So I have everything, for the most part. I have everything complete that I'll need. I know I could have went other routes and I would have had to modify the pedal. This one right here that they make, it's like the diesel pedal that they have that mounts right in. So this mounts right into the stock position with no issues. So that's what I want. I did get my driver's side battery holder. I got this in. So I'll be moving my battery from the passenger side over to the driver's side. And this is just a battery hold down plate that ICT Billet makes. I saw that and I liked it. I'll probably screw this onto this, and that'll be able to hold my battery down. And I may take it and like get some engraving in it or something that say the same as my plate, MC Squarebody, something like that. We'll see. This right here, this torque wrench, I actually picked up on Facebook Marketplace. A dude had it up there for like $120, and I hit him up and was like, it was brand new in the box, never been opened. I was like, hey, I'll give you $60, and he was like, cool, meet me right now. So I met him and I picked it up. I've already used it a few times, so it's gonna actually work good while I'm doing my build. I also got all of my fuel stuff. So here's the braided fuel line, the -6, all of the different connections. As you see, I got a whole box of them because I'm doing my fuel lines with the -6 as well as my transcooler. So I did get the transcooler in. That's the one that I went with. There's the part number. So I went with this one. Here is the wall barrel 255. So these are my fuel pumps. So I got 2 of them because, you know, I'll be doing 2. I'll be keeping the dual tanks from the original setup. So I have, so I purchased 2 of those. I also purchased this rack, this painting rack. This one I think is made by Eastwood. It's like $100. But me and my wife do a lot of projects. She does a lot of at-home projects as well. As you can see, she has her own shed back here. that we completely decked out on the inside. I'll show that one day. But this I grabbed so I'm able to paint things and have it hanging before we have to come up with something to try to hang stuff up to paint. But with this, it comes with the hooks. I think it said it can hold close to like 300 some pounds, which is perfect. I can even hang a wheel from it and paint it. So that's what I do. I'm gonna start. I am gonna start spraying everything within the next couple days. I'm gonna get all the parts that I wanna paint. I was gonna powder coat it, but I think I'm gonna just use the same chassis paint that I'm gonna use on the chassis. I'm gonna use on all my other stuff, satin black. So I'm gonna clean it up and I'm gonna paint up all that stuff this week. Also on Marketplace. So I know in my last video, I was telling y'all how I picked up a set of wheels. They were the original ones that came on the truck, the rally wheel. They were 15x7s and 15x8s. So I was on Marketplace about a week ago and some 15x10s came up, a set of 4. So I picked up that set too. So that left me with 2 full sets of rally wheels, but I only really wanted was the 15x8s and the 15x10s. So what I did was I took the 15x7s and 15x10s, that set, and I sold them. And I'm keeping the 15x10s and 15x8s for my truck. As you can see, right now, the truck has the Corvette rally wheels, which I do not like. So they have the Corvette rally wheels on them right now. And they actually have, these are actually 15x10s as well. As you can see, it went with a 295 50 back tire, so it's a pretty wide tire. It's pretty slick too. I got stuck in my yard yesterday, so that's why I got mud and stuff all on the side of it. So I'm gonna spray all that off. So yeah, I'm gonna get some tires to put on these, or I'm thinking about powder coating. I don't know. What you think? You think I should powder coat them or powder coat them black, or just leave them silver? I'm thinking powder coat them black and leave off the beauty rings, and it just be black. But I do have all the, since it is a GMC, I do have all the GMC plates, so I'll be putting those on. So I think I may powder coat them, or I may leave them silver. I don't know. Drop down in the comments, let me know what you think. So yeah, I picked that up on Facebook Marketplace, and those that's on my truck now will be going up for sale soon. Also, I was on Marketplace. The compressor, this compressor, LX compressor popped up, which is brand new in the box. And exactly what I was looking for. I think they're like $250 on, they're $250 on Summit and other places. I think they're like $300 on some other. But I actually ended up picking that compressor up for 80 bucks. I know in my last video, I kind of said that I didn't know if I was gonna go with vintage air or I was gonna keep the stock. The thing is, the stock works. So what I'm gonna do is, since I found that compressor so cheap, everything up, I'm gonna put my LS in, I'm gonna hook up what I already have, and then hook that compressor to it and see how it works. If everything works good, the AC blows cold, no problems, then I'll just keep it. If I do want some more air or whatever, then I'll just switch over and get vintage air. It's not really costing me much money. I may end up spending like 200 bucks total with all the AC stuff, because I got to get the lines and all that. So I may spend close to $200 on that stuff, but I think it's worth it. And if it don't work, then I'll go spend the $1,400 that it's gonna cost to have the vintage air. Well, actually, the guy quoted me. I called them. The guy quoted me with the compressor. He quoted me like $1,700. So I said I'll just run this and see how it works, and then we'll go from there. So starting probably next week, I'm gonna go ahead and start breaking down the engine and getting and resealing it. So I got gaskets for everything, valve cover gaskets, oil pan, rear main seal, front cover, intake gaskets. So I have all the gaskets that I need. The only issue that I do have, if you see right here, one of the two of the header bolts broke off. So I will have to get those out, but luckily my neighbor has a welder. So from what I've seen is everybody welds a nut onto them. And after you weld the nut, then you're able to screw it off. So I think we're gonna give it a try. I have never welded. I think his first time welding is like today over there at his house right now. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Hopefully we can get it out. But yeah, that's all I have for today. I just want to give a quick update with my C10. Once it gets started, I'm gonna move my Grand National outside. I'm waiting for the cover to show up. I'm gonna move that outside and put it out here, so I'll have the whole garage just to work around in, and I'll be able to paint and do all kinds of stuff without my car being in here. And then the SS. Yes, I am still working on the SS, but I did get in all the seat covers. I'll put that on another video with my SS, but I did get in all my brand new seat covers for it. So yeah, so I have the carpet, I have the seats, I redid the door panels. The only thing else I need to do is the headliner. I was thinking about putting a sunroof in it, but I don't think I'm going to put it in anymore. I think I'm going to leave the sunroof out, so I may just go ahead and redo the headliner as well. So SS is still coming along. And then once we do finish my truck, if everything goes well as planned, then we're going to LS swap the 73 Impala as well. This one, I think I'm going to do LS1 foil 60 combo. So I'm gonna do that for this one. It should be good to go. All right, if this is your first time, make sure you like, comment, subscribe to my channel, and I'll have more stuff coming. All right, peace.